Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. We are getting the latest updates from Jammu and Kashmir. Well, in Jammu and Kashmir's Kulgam, we are now learning that 2 migrant workers, both from Chhattisgarh, have been shot in the terror attack in Kellam village. Remember that while one man was shot and died on the spot, another had been shifted to Srinagar for further treatment. However, he unfortunately succumbed to his injuries after the surgery over there in Srinagar. Remember that this particular migrant worker had been admitted to the government medical college in Anantnag, and another worker was earlier shot dead. He died on the spot. Both the victims are migrant laborers from Chhattisgarh. Let me go across to my colleague Ashik Mir, who's joining us live from Kulgam, Kellam village, where this particular attack has taken place. Ashik, please give us the latest ground report. What are you looking at? What are the authorities in fact stating on this front, please?
Well, absolutely, Shivani. We have reached the ground zero, and there is a situation tense since yesterday when the 2 non-local laborers were killed. And you can see, my VJ can show you in visual how the massive security deployment has been taken place, because there are all entry and exit points which are sealed by the joint security forces. My VJ can show you in visual. There is Indian Army, there is CRPF, Jammu Kashmir Police, who have launched a massive anti-terror operation. This is the location, and behind me you can see the huge deployment of forces have been put in place since yesterday, when 3 armed terrorists were seen in this area, and they target specific non-locals who were working in a brick lane behind me, which is 500 meters away from the spot where we are standing. And since then, the 2 were taken to the GMC hostel Anantnag, where one was declared dead and another has succumbed to his injuries in Srinagar Scheme Hostel. So far, the DGP Nilin Prabhat has also taken the initiative, and he has briefed the Jammu Kashmir LG Manoj Sinha about the incident. And also there are almost 120 houses which have been searched since yesterday. My VJ can show you, this is the residential area, and behind me is a spot where these non-local laborers used to work in a brick lane, and so far they were from Chhattisgarh. And what we are getting to know that 3 bike-borne terrorists were roaming in this place, and it was input received by the security agencies earlier that there is a terrorist movement in this area, and later we see the massive terror attack. Earlier we have seen that another attack was being done in Anantnag's Lal Chowk, where a police constable was killed on point blank range by the terrorist, and his CCTV footage was also seen, and how a terrorist was roaming in a broader daylight, and he attacked in a busiest route in Anantnag. And this attack comes 10 days after that attack. And last year we have seen how the terrorist attack in Pahalgam's Baisaran area and killed tourists who were enjoying the pleasant weather, and they were with families. Back to you.
Ashik, I'll request you to please stay on with us as we continue to track some more ground updates. Well, in the latest developments coming in from the Kulgam terror attack, sources are telling NewsX that Lashkar-e-Taiba was behind the gruesome terror attack in the Kellam village. Well, these are reports through sources. Let me go across to my colleague Ashik, who's on the ground, who will get you the latest updates. Ashik, we are also getting to know through our sources that suspected Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists might just be behind this terror attack. And you were mentioning earlier how this was a targeted attack. Non-locals were identified and then shot. Ashik.
Well, absolutely, Shivani. We have earlier seen when the Pahalgam terror attack took place and their identity was also heard that terrorists used to heard their identity and then they were targeted and same kind of a thing. The same kind of attack has happened here also, and there are reports that sources are confirming that 3 terrorists were on bike and they stopped here and asked their identity, asked their religion, and then they targeted them on point blank range. And this is almost seen a massive attack after the Pahalgam terror attack, and here are almost 120 houses which have been searched and almost 20 villages are under the cordon, and massive searches are being launched by the joint security forces in this area. Behind me you can see there is a 500-meter away brick lane where these non-local laborers used to work, and they came from the states and they used to live here also. There is a residence, you can see, my VJ can show you in visuals. There is a residence where they were residing for night and they were coming from their daily work, and at around 8:30 p.m. they reached this spot and they were stopped by these terrorists and asked their identity and then fired indiscriminately on them, and the both who were injured first in terror attack were taken to the nearby hospital GMC, which is 50 kilometers away from this spot, and when one was declared dead, and there are reports that another has succumbed his injuries this morning. Back to you.